All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Now, I don't usually do streams on the weekdays, but I had to be more consistent with y'all. I had to get something out with y'all for y'all cuz I think it was last week that I did a stream and then videos throughout the days, and we are doing a live stream. Couldn't do it on the weekend, so I got to give y'all something. I was meaning to do it yesterday, but I was just not feeling it. And plus a certain game got me pretty busy. So, rundown. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, I don't know how long the stream is going to be. Might be an hour, might be 45 minutes, depending on if we go on tangents or not. But Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is like the biggest thing that I want to get into, that I want to talk about, because that game has been running my life right now these past couple days. So we're gonna get into all the details, the first impressions. Um, yeah, we'll I got bullet points for everything that I want to talk about. Now, I might get excited and talk about stuff, and I might forget another part. Um, Next up, we got EA. I know this is also big news. EA had a $55 billion sale, and it got bought out by a private company. Is it good? Is it bad? I'll go a little bit more into detail on that. Wolf Among Us 2. We got a little bit of news for Wolf Among Us, updates on that. Are we even getting this game? Is it even coming out? We don't know. That's one of the games that I've been looking forward to playing the most. And we have the potential game of the year lineup. Now, we are in the fall season. I don't think anything really heavy hitting, not that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see any game that I'm looking at to where it's going to be okay, we got another hitter for game of the year. Because we are in October now. So the only really big game that I see is Call of Duty coming out in November, but that is about it. Like I said, I may be wrong on that, but we're gonna talk about what may or may not be in the potential game of the year category. It's gonna be a brutal year. There's gonna be some tough ass competition. Tough ass competition. So we're gonna see about that, and in some other news, not so great news, Xbox. Xbox has now risen the prices for Xbox Game Pass. Disregard everything I said about last stream about how you should be getting Xbox Game Pass. It's a better deal. But now, since they came out with this type of news, I'm not so sure. So yeah, that'll be for the last part. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, what have I been up to since last week? So, like I said, Ghost of Yotei came out on Thursday. I actually took a day off. I took 2 days off. It worked out. But I got Ghost of Yotei on Thursday. That was a day one. I told y'all before that was gonna be a day one. I have already put in close to 20 hours of this game, and I'm still on the first like part. I haven't even really dived into the like game like that. I'm still in the beginning stages. But yeah, we'll go into more detail on the actual game itself. And before that though, I was playing a game called Hades. I didn't know this game was like that. Now it was on Xbox Game Pass when I'm about to bring up later. It was free. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this out until this will be my game in the meantime until Ghost of Yotei comes out. Bro, these roguelike games are not even my type of games, but the way that Hades is, bro, this game is addicting. I love this game. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. This was one of the games that really surprised me, and I know this game came out a hot minute ago, but I just now caught up on it, and I heard good things about this game. It got really good reviews. It was rated really well, positive, overwhelmingly positive on Steam, and I just never got to it because I didn't really know. So indie games like this, I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know. So that was my fault. I'm disappointed that I didn't play it sooner. And Hades 2 just dropped. So that's making me play that game. That's making me want to play that game after I beat this. But yeah, Hades definitely a game that I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. Yeah, I'm still. If y'all have played this, y'all know it is a rogue type game. So as you progress through the stages or levels, you get stronger. So if you die, you got to start all the way back from the beginning. But there's progression with those deaths. So if you die repeatedly, you get to level up your character. You get to level up your soul, your weapons. You get different weapons. Uh, excuse me. It's set in like it's a Greek mythology setting. So the gods come down and help you out. They give you various powers to help you along the way. And yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's super fast paced. Like looking at it from the beginning, I was like, I don't know if this is my type of game, but to actually dive into the game and see what it is, like like I said, I was genuinely surprised how good this game was. So if y'all have not played this game, highly recommend. And I'm gonna play Hades 2. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that. It might be a stream, maybe not. I was thinking about streaming Hades, but this is a more of an online offline type of game that I wanna play. So I don't play all my games online. I don't always stream my games, only the big ones. But Hades 2, we might do that. Now, that might, when we finish with Ghost of Yotei, that might be a thing, possibly. But when the winter break comes, like for the holiday season, I really want my next game to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I know that came out like last year. I completely missed that wave, but last year, Christmas time, I was playing Final Fantasy, the remake. I'm on the wave now. I now know how great of a game that is. Now I need to go and play Final Fantasy Rebirth. So I think that's gonna be one of those longer games that I will stream for the holidays since I got more of a longer break. Class is gonna be over, so we're gonna be good with that. But that is all that I've been up to lately. School, work, life, been lifing. Y'all know how it is. So I try to get these streams out as much as I can. And whatever pops up, whatever news comes through, I'll save that for the stream. Or if it's like super hot that I need to talk about right now, I will have a video out for y'all. So just be patient with me. I cut up various shorts. I do have my other channel from my walkthroughs. So Ghost of Yotei Part 1 is out. Part 2 is coming up soon. I got part 3. I think I just streamed part 4, but I won't be playing Ghost of Yotei till Friday. So just be out on the lookout for that. Now, speaking of Ghost of Yotei, this game dropped Thursday, October 2nd. This was an immediate day one. Like, I took off to play this game. Now, if I have to take off to play a game, you know it's going to be special. So, I got the game. Amazing. Beautiful. It's everything that I thought it was going to be and more. Like, they have definitely took what they had from Ghost of Tsushima and upgraded they fixed all the kinks, what could have been better with that, and upgraded it. They upscaled it. And I love it. I love the open world. I love the story. I love the fighting mechanics. I love the graphics, the environments, the weapons, the soundtrack. Like I said, I got bullets for this stuff. So we kind of gonna go into more detail on what it is that's out there and what's different. So, first things first, biggest thing to knock out, story. Now, we know in Ghost of Tsushima, it was more of a it was a revenge story, but it was more of Jin Sekai fully taking in what the ghost is. Like, he had his uncle, oh man, I haven't played this in a while, but I believe it was his uncle. He comes from a noble, more traditional side of what the samurai is supposed to be like. But then you get the enemy over here kind of killed his whole family side of the army or whatever. And now he got to do what he got to do by any means necessary to get his revenge and stop the I forgot what the enemy was called, but he was dope too. I did like him. But yeah, he wasn't only fighting for himself, but he was fighting for pretty much his whole island. So shout out to Jin Sekai. But the thing with this story is Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is definitely hones in on the revenge. If I could sum it up and compare it to anything, it would have to be Kill Bill. So if y'all have seen Kill Bill, straight up revenge story. Like, I don't want to spoil nothing if you haven't seen it, but like, we're on a revenge tour. We are definitely on a revenge tour, and I have played something very similar to this year actually. Assassin's Creed Shadows. We are on an event revenge tour to get our lick back for all the people that went and killed our whole like clan, our father. We're just getting revenge on that stuff. But the thing with Ghost of Yotei is they're doing it in a different kind of way that I like. It has two different, let me not say two same stories, but it's very different. Very different. It has similarities, of course, with some aspects of things, but it's completely different in how they do it, and I like it. Because that was the thing that I was worried about, because Assassin's Creed Shadows did it first this year. Now I'm like, okay, she is wanting revenge on what happened to her family. How is this gonna go? Is this gonna be some type of, like, we get this, we know the story, but it's certain things that they do, and Sucker Punch knows what they're doing. Like, they ain't new to the story thing. Like, they know what they're doing, and they know that they needed to do something different when it comes to this type of storyline. So I like this. I like the people that you meet along the way. They're going to be allies. They're going to be helping you with like weapons, armor, different type of upgrades, charms. Like, all that stuff. But the story is definitely there. Um, there was an enemy that I'm looking for. The Yotei 6, that's what it's called. One of the members with their storyline, I was guessing on how it was gonna play out, and I knew something was gonna happen, but I didn't know it was gonna play out like that. So like little stuff like that, you never know what's about to happen. So like they know what it is like we're expecting, but they twist it. It takes a turn. It like this the it's a twist that you won't be expecting in certain things. So I like that. I like that aspect. So the story is I have no complaints of how the story is going. Like I said, I'm almost 20 hours in and I'm still in the beginning stages. Like I haven't even fully dived into the story, but what I've played, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of them. Just like how in Tsushima was, it's gonna be one of them. Now let's get to the fighting mechanics. I love the fighting in this game. The sword play, oh my goodness. I think like I said, they took what Ghost of Tsushima had and they upped it like times two. Now with Ghost of Tsushima, you get the different stances. So like depending on the type of enemy you fight, you gotta switch up the stance. So if you have like a bigger enemy, your stance is gonna be for the bigger enemies. Or if you have like, I don't know, regular dudes, it's a different stance. So that game was based on just stances. But this game has different weapons. So you might have the main katana. You're gonna get the dual blades, which is low key beginning to be my favorite. You get the kusugaragi. I think that's what it's like a blade, but it's like a ball and chain type, and it's good for like long distance. I know you're gonna get the spear. I know you're gonna get the gun eventually. So all of these weapons, you have to use them for different situations. So like with the ball and chain weapon, or with the ball, chain, and scythe, you use those for the shield enemies, or if it's good for crowd control. Now for the dual swords, you got to use those enemies with the spears. Now for the katana, you can pretty much use those for anything, but you can definitely switch up the weapons any way you like. Now the skill tree on here is tough. Is great. Different skill trees for different weapons, of course. You do have a companion with you, the wolf. Now he's not gonna be there all the time. He pops up occasionally, but I'm sure when you progress through the story, he's gonna be coming around more often, or she's gonna be coming around more often. Um, so the wolf definitely helps you in combat. Like when you in a tough bind, like and you about to die from like one more hit, the wolf came out of nowhere and just grabbed dude's hand and bit it, and he saved me. So I like what they did to uh the companion AI with that. And by the way, this game is tough. This game is hard. This game is difficult. Like I have it on hard mode. Yo, shout out to y'all. Prayers out to y'all for the people who are playing on lethal, because I cannot. I'm having a tough time on hard mode. Like these bounties and certain enemies, like I was getting taken out by like regular goons. Like it was beginning to be a Spider-Man situation. Because I played Spider-Man, I made the mistake of putting it on hard difficulty, and I got my ass handed to me by regular thugs. Like it's like that. So shout out to y'all for all the lethal players, because I'm sure on lethal it's one hit kills. I can't do that. And that hit detection box, that parry window is very small. So you gotta time that shit right. So it works, it doesn't work sometimes. You just gotta kind of time it just right. Um, but it is worth it. Like uh the parry system, um, the dodge, the evading, how you can switch in between your weapons and use it, throwing knives, smoke bombs, all that stuff. So I would say how in the first game, Ghost of Tsushima, is Jin is more, I heard this analogy, Jin is more like Batman. Atsu is more like, she don't really care about the sneak. Like there's stealth of course in here, but she has a different type of vibe with her. Like she just straight up murking people. Now Jin can do that too, but he's more on the ninja, the ghost for sure, for real type. He's compared to Batman, where Atsu is just, she's a straight up mercenary, which I don't have a problem with. There's stealth in here too. I like stealth. Bring back stealth, but you can go either way with it. You can just straight up go to a camp and take out the enemies right then and there. But if you do that, you better be ready, because these dudes will gang up on you. That's what I've also noticed. If you are attacking an enemy, another dude will go right in and attack you. So you gotta be on point with how they do stuff. And all the enemies are gonna be different too, by the way, with the different regions. Like I'm at one place, I don't want to spoil nothing. I'm at one place where they're straight up ninjas. Like the first few stages of the game, you're fighting like regular enemies, but as you go to different regions of the map, you fight different enemy types and you fight different styles of enemies, which I like that. As you progress through the game, you get more notoriety, and the bounty, they're making it like how in One Piece, if y'all see One Piece, you know, as you progress, your bounty becomes larger. So they got a price on your head already. But as you progress, as you master certain skills, as you defeat certain bosses, as you level up with stuff, your bounty is going to become higher. And the more notoriety you get, the more enemies are going to be looking for you, more Ronin are going to be looking for you. Like recently, I did a mission and now like the top dogs are in open areas looking for me. So they progress as much as you do. So I like that aspect of it. What I wish, which they should have did on this, is the like revenge type system, to where I think it was Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, where if you have fought an enemy and they escaped, they're gonna remember you, and when you see them again, they're gonna come back stronger and better than ever. So if they had that in this game, that would be a plus. But regardless, the gameplay, the riding around the horses, it's so much to do. It's so much to do. Like you may ride around on your horse, and there might be like a fox that you might see, because you know the foxes were a big thing in the first game. There might be like little side quests. There might be random people, NPCs that might need your help. There might be those yellow birds that you might see, and they'll lead you to another, like a hot spring or like a hideout or something like that. Like you will get just lost, and you will get immersed in just, you'll lose track of time. I will say that. Like Again, almost 20 something hours into this game, I am still on uh the very first stages, the very beginnings of what this game is. I've done so many side quests, I've done so many upgrades, leveling up. I still haven't got all the weapons yet. Like this game is a lot. It's a lot, but it's not overwhelmingly like a lot of stuff. Um it's my pace. I'm good. I beat Assassin's Creed Shadows. If I can beat that game, I can definitely beat this one. But yeah, the traversal, very cinematic. When you're traveling with the horse and you see these landscapes, you see the environments and the graphics, beautiful. The color scheme of certain areas, the flowers, the wind blowing, trees, just nature itself. I don't know what to say. It's like this game is amazing. This game is amazing, and I knew it was already gonna be amazing. If you give me a game like Ghost of Tsushima, and this is the sequel to that, it better be just as good, if not better. And they did not disappoint with this game at all. So I know a lot of people are playing this. What else should I touch on? The fits. The fits are so cold. So as you progress through the game, again, you will unlock more stuff. You will obtain more weapons, more charms, more fits. Like I recently just got an outfit from a boss that I beat. Oh, that's all I can say. Like there are so many fits, and the fits they have certain perks to them. I think they did that in the last game, but yes, they do have certain perks to the outfits. Um, and I know the camera mode. I know people are gonna go crazy with the camera mode because graphically, aesthetically, this game looks amazing. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. Like this game is like that for real, and I recommend it for everybody who has a PS5 who doesn't know what this game is. I highly recommend that you get it. Now, I would like for you to play Ghost of Tsushima first and then play this, but if you haven't, if you want to play this, cool. Um, what else that I can think of? Um, oh, I have it on performance mode. You either have quality mode, performance mode, or like it's like a Maki style mode. Like Maki style mode is like that gritty black and white, like old samurai movie aesthetic. So if I do play this game again, I'ma definitely have it in that mode. Um, I do have it in sub because I want the full Japanese immersion. Now we might switch over to dub and then sub back and forth, but right now, like I have it in sub. And a new feature that I thought was super dope is they have a Watanabe mode. So Shinichiro Watanabe, the composer behind Cowboy Bebop, uh, what was it, Samurai Champloo. This is the composer for this game too. So they have she has, or is it he? I think it's she. They have their own Watanabe mode where where you can switch the soundtrack, and the game is going to switch to lo-fi music. Super dope. You can either have it in the OG traditional Japanese style, or you can have it in the lo-fi mode. That was a nice little touch that they added to that. I'm not gonna hold you. I switched back and forth with that. So let's look at the sales of what this is. This is my stream right now. All right, so Ghost of Yotei debuts to strong sales, clears huge financial milestone. Ghost of Yotei has reportedly cleared 2 million sales, hitting milestone approximately 3 days into its release. The figures suggest that Ghost of Yotei's early sales are nearly on par with its predecessor, which had a record-breaking launch in 2020. That was 5 years ago. Ghost of Yotei reportedly already made over $140 million. That's insane. But then again, I'm not surprised because this is a AAA game. Like, a lot of people was expecting to get this game. I don't care for the people who said I'm not playing it because of a female protagonist. Y'all are gonna get this game. I don't care who it is. Y'all are gonna get this game. Yeah, I know, and I know this is a recency bias. Actually, I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna say anything yet. I was gonna say something, but it's not too far off crazy. This game may just be better than the first one. It may just be better than the first one. So, yeah, this game is doing numbers. Like, you already know if y'all played this, if you already have this game, you already know what it is. Like the environments itself, it's crazy. All right, so this is interesting. Okay, so first 3 days, 2.4 million. Now Ghost of Yotei did 2 million. That was Ghost of Tsushima. They did 2.4. Now the first 4 months did 5 million. Now we don't know Ghost of Yotei yet because it's only been out for a couple days. But give it time. Give it some time. It's gonna reach these numbers. In the first 4 years, it reached 13 million. I think it'll reach that. I think we'll see. We'll see what the numbers do, but I think it can be on par with that. But yeah, first impression wise, I have no gripes with this game. Like I'm really trying to like nitpick and see what is what. But I don't know. I don't know. I've been playing nonstop. This has been my whole weekend right here. So next Friday we're gonna stream again. And hopefully we get more into the story because I did a whole bunch of side quests, a whole bunch of upgrading, farming, and I like these type of games where it's not too long, but it's not a short game either. Like it's that sweet spot in the middle where you do just enough, but it's not like over like a 70-80 hour game. I don't need that. We don't need a good game. Does not have to be 60, 70, 80 plus hours. You give me a 20 to 25 game, 20 to 25 hour game, I'm straight. I'm good. Now, obviously, I'm going to go over that with this, but that's that sweet spot where it's you don't need to do too much with it. So, Sucker Punch, they definitely honed in on what they could do better, and they got that shit down. Like, so if y'all have not gotten this game, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get it. Highly recommend that you get it. I really don't have anything else to say. I touched on the story, I touched on the fighting, the graphics, the weapons, the soundtrack. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. So yeah, if y'all have not gotten this game, go and get it. Go and get it. It is an experience. Play Ghost of Tsushima too if you haven't, but definitely get Ghost of Yotei. All right, so what is next? What is next? Okay, biggest thing. Let me take a sip of my water because I'm gonna be talking a lot. Okay, so major news, major updates. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm pretty positive it's a bad thing to what the future is going to be like for this company. So, EA EA is one of the, not one, it probably is the biggest gaming company, well, one of the biggest gaming companies ever. Like EA is behind some of the biggest sports games, some of the biggest AAA games. Actually, let me see. We're gonna do this in real time. EA games from EA, not 2000s. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Sports games. Like I said, NHL, Skate, and recently just dropped. FIFA, Madden, college football, F1, Split Fiction, Sims. That's like the biggest thing. Like these, and these games weren't, they didn't do small in sales either. Dead Space. What else? What else? What else? Zao, It Takes Two. Shooter. Battlefield 6. Crisis. I forgot about Crisis. Star Wars. Star Wars, Battlefield. This is the gaming industry's biggest games owned by EA. This company is worth $55 billion. I think this year right now, or was it last year? I think the top selling games, actually we can look that up too. Top selling games of 2024. NBA, Elden Ring, EA Sports, Madden, Call of Duty, Dragon Ball, Helldivers, EA Sports, Call of Duty. EA is EA is in the top 10 for sure. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Like EA is killing it on a financial standpoint. Now, say what you will, if you whether you like them or not, but EA is definitely selling like hotcakes. Cause you know Madden's gonna sell. You know the college football, that was like the biggest thing last year. When that game dropped, that was a moment because that college football, that it was, there was a huge gap in between that. All right, so let's read this and I'll give you my little spiel. So, in a shocking development, EA announced on September 29 that it will go private as part of a $55 billion leveraged buyout. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Jared Kushner's affinity partners, and private equity company Silver Lake are taking 100% ownership of the company behind franchises like Battlefield. Damn it, I forgot they had Mass Effect. I forgot they did Mass Effect. Oh man, okay. Mass Effect, Madden, and many others. Industries tend to consolidate over time as they mature, and EA going private is just the latest example. Prior to this, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, Take-Two, Sony purchased Bungie. So it's a lot of major company moves right now. All right, and yeah, they kind of go in depth on what that is. What does this mean? 20 billion debt. Saudi's humanitarian concerns. Are layoffs coming? Oh, layoffs will be coming. Layoffs will be coming for sure. So, good thing. So, with all private companies, and me being in my business administration bag. And for the regular folk, y'all might know this too, but private owned companies are on the positive note, you can do what you want. You're not so much held down under rules by like the big major companies. If you have a private owned company, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. Like, so you don't have to go by any rules or regulations. It's yours. You can make up the rules. It's your company now. You're the one that buy it. You're the one that bought it out, or you're the one that owns it now. You can do what you want with it. Now, for the negative side, it's the people who own it. That's the thing. That's the catch. Private owned companies, whoever has it, they can do what they want with it. That's a double-edged sword. Now, with this, we don't really know what's about to happen right now as far as how are these games going to be looking. And I know that Saudi Arabia, some of these companies, some of these people over there, they have been taking over a lot of this stuff. Like I know this is not related to gaming, but WWE is moving over to Saudi Arabia. Like they're having their WrestleMania over there. Nuts. It's crazy. But yes, it definitely depends on who owns this company, because they can make their own rules and regulations and who can and what can or can't be done in certain games. Now, if you're talking about like even on the political side, there might be some things that you don't want in this game. So future games, it might be limited to certain things because they don't want that. Said buyer doesn't want that in there. So it yeah, this is going to be interesting to say the least. And who is this guy? Jared Kushner, Affinity Partners. Jared Kushner. That name does sound familiar. Jared Kushner. Private citizen of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner in Egypt. Oh, that's Trump's son-in-law. Oh, that makes it even more interesting. So, I really don't know what's about to happen now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there will be layoffs. Just so y'all know. Yeah. All right. So let's read a little bit into this. So Barr also suggests that EA may look to sell off some of its assets to help bring in money, though it remains to be seen what EA might look to sell, if anything, or who the buyers will be. I think EA has a strong enough cash flow to service the debt, especially, like I said, EA is financially, whether you like them or hate them, whether you like the stuff that they're putting out, EA has a bag. Like they will sell. They got the top selling games. They are well sufficient. They're not struggling. They said history suggests some amount of downsizing may come, as there are countless examples of blockbuster acquisitions leading to layoffs over time. Microsoft is a recent example of this, as the company laid off thousands of people following its buyout of Activision Blizzard. I remember that. That was a whole bunch of layoffs. No two acquisitions are exactly the same. And in that case, Microsoft said there were overlapping roles. Matt Piscatella of Circana told GI Biz that no one can say for sure what happens next for EA, but history may not be on EA's side. Leveraged buyouts have a certain history that generally hasn't been great for the acquired companies. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, this is up in the air at this point. I did not know Mass Effect I forgot Mass Effect was EA owns that. EA owns a lot of stuff that I didn't even know. So, ugh, we'll see what happens. Um, but I feel like this is gonna be more bad than good. Uh, so y'all be out on the lookout. I don't know what the future for EA is going to be looking like. I don't know what games are going to be continuing or not. I don't know what new rules are going to be laid out for the next year, year 2, year 3, in the next 5 years. Like we may be seeing a whole different, we might be getting a whole new era of what EA is going to be. I remember when EA back then in the early in the 2000s, oh, you wasn't touching EA. Like, forget the financial side. I'm talking about from a consumer standpoint. They was on they shit. Like every type of genre, they had something for everything. EA was like that back then. And again, now EA is more about the money and more on the business side than anything. Um, so yeah, this $55 billion buyout is gonna change the game. No pun intended. Literally and figuratively, it's going to change the game and how we see EA and what the future is going to be. So let me know what y'all thoughts on this buyout. Do y'all agree with it? Do y'all think is great for business? And might be great for business, but it's going to be hurting a lot of people in the long run. So we're going to see. Let me know what y'all think. All right, so next topic. Wolf Among Us. Now, I love Telltale. Telltale Telltale Games is one of those companies or one of those devs that the storytelling, you cannot beat the storytelling with Telltale Games. We get Wolf Among Us, we get um Walking Dead, we're getting the Batman series. Like, those stories, fire. And years back, they announced that they're going to be working on a Wolf Among Us 2. Now, I play Wolf Among Us on my YouTube channel. It's in my older. If you go back in the playlist and look at my older stuff, I did a whole walkthrough of Wolf Among Us. I love that series. And they could definitely build on that with their take on fairy tales and like Bigby being the wolf detective. And they got so much like world building with that. They could do so much with that. Like how Shrek does his whole, like, if there's a take on fairy tale stuff, it could do just like how Wolf Among Us is doing. But this game Wolf Among Us 2 is kind of flip floppy right now. We got news that they were gonna be making a Wolf Among Us 2, which we were hyped for. We got like pictures and screenshots and everything like that. Game looked great. I was ready for that story. Now, well, back then after that, we got news that they wasn't making we didn't get no news. There was a very huge gap of no news for Wolf Among Us 2. Like, yo, is this game coming out? Like, this may be the biggest what ifs. Like, and then after that, it was canceled. Well, recently, now that it's canceled now, like, nobody is really working on this game anymore. So let's read into this article and see what we can see what we can go into. All right, so Ad Hoc Studio. So Ad Hoc Studio, also, this is also another game I want to play. I know I said Final Fantasy that I'll be playing in holiday break, but there's a game called Dispatch. I am definitely going to be playing that late October. I think it comes out October 22nd. So be out on the lookout for that. Okay, so Ad Hoc Studio, the developer behind the upcoming superhero narrative game Dispatch, as I just said, has confirmed that not only did his team write a script for Wolf Among Us 2, but that they had to stall the project midway through because of Telltale. So you mean to tell me they already had a layout of what this game could have been? They already had a script. We already knew. They already had a story. Speaking with Eurogamer, Ad Hoc's co-founder Nick Herman, who also directed the first episode of The Wolf Among Us and was part of the writing team, said that the season 2 they'd written was even better than the first game. What? We wrote a season 2. We think it's better than season 1. And we were on season 1. And by the way, Wolf Among Us 2 had a trailer. Let's not forget that. Like they was gearing up to have this game drop. Okay, so we were doing tests. We were in cinematics and animation and stuff. And then basically they needed more time. They weren't. We weren't running the project. It was Telltale we were doing it in partnership with. And we couldn't wait around and do nothing. I get that. So we had to move on to Dispatch to keep the studio moving. So they need some type of income. They need some type of revenue. They can't just be sitting on a game like this. Telltale's not. No, there's no movement. So they got to pick up the pace on their own and make what they, like they said, Dispatch. So I get that. Herman did say that he doesn't know. Okay. And we couldn't wait around and do nothing. So we had to move on to Dispatch to keep the studio moving. And they needed to go their own way. We're looking forward to seeing what they do with it. So Ad Hoc, they don't have nothing to do with this anymore. So this is all on Telltale. So Herman did say that he doesn't know how much of his team's version of the game will make it into the final product. But he wishes Telltale the best of luck. Now we've heard about a better Wolf Among Us 2. It's going to be even more difficult to wait for the game. We've not heard a peep from Telltale about it in some time, and it remains a mystery of what is taking so long for us to see more. That is ridiculous. That's insane. So they already had a script, like he just said. They already had a script. It's a partnership thing. Telltale, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the holdup is. I do know that they are doing like a space type horror type game next year. So has all their efforts moved on to another game and they just forgot about Wolf Among Us 2? Are they're just working, focusing more on the newer stuff? I don't know. And like dude said, like he's not with them anymore on making this game. This is their game. Like this dude was with not him, but this dude was with Telltale, but then they went their own way. He started Ad Hoc Studio, and then they got a game like Dispatch. But Telltale, I don't. If this game does not come out, this is probably gonna be up there with one of the biggest what ifs in gaming. And I love Wolf Among Us. The character development, the characters in this game, the world building. Y'all could definitely expand from the first game. I don't know. Y'all had something there. Y'all definitely had something right there. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. And that was another situation like this too. Now, I may be wrong, because it's been a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there was a similar situation with The Walking Dead in its last season. Telltale completely fell off with it. Like they never concluded Clementine's story. Like she was an adult at this point, and they just never got back. Somebody else picked that game up, and they finished the story. Now I don't know who exactly picked it up, or if that's true or not, but that's what I recall. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong on how that happened, but we could have had something special. This game should have been dropped. Like, was it supposed to come out like this year or like last year? Around this time, actually? We'll never know. We'll never know. But I do hope Telltale gets it together. I know that they're making a space horror game. I know that's supposed to be coming out next year, but I also want them to not leave Wolf Among Us 2 behind. I know it's going to be a wait. I know. This game probably won't be coming out till I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like we even had a trailer for this game and it looked good. It looked good. And I was like, I need this to drop. But yeah. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right, next slide or the next topic. So, how I said in the beginning, this year for gaming, incredible. I think 2023, 2024, 2025, 3 for 3. We've had 3 great years. I'm sure we had 2022. We had some great games too, but 23, 24, 25. Amazing. Amazing. And 2026 is going to be 4 for 4. The amount of things that are going to be coming out next year, my wallet and the way this economy is going, oof. Yikes. So head scratches right there. But we got a lot of games that came out. It is now we are in the month of October. We are getting close to the end of the year. The Game Awards is gonna be coming out in December timeframe. So we got some heavy hitters. There's going to be tough competition for pretty much all categories, but Game of the Year is the one that I really wanted to hone in on and talk about. I don't know what's going to be nominated because it's just way too many. So I will predict at least what may or may not be, because I believe they can only do 5 games for the category, I think. So I know that these games, I'm on Metacritic, by the way. Legend of Zelda, these are not new. Hades 2 got a 95 score on Metascore or Metacritic. This game, I think, and it just dropped. This game is going to be in the Game of the Year category. Hades won. Now I just talked about it in the first couple minutes of this stream. Hades 1 is a game I did not know it was going to be that good. And a rogue type games are not even my type of games. Like those type of indie games, I've been sleeping on. Now, if Hades 1 is like that, I can't even imagine what Hades 2 is. They probably upgraded and expanded and improved on so many aspects of what they did with the first game. And for it to get a 95 Metascore and it just came out, that's insane. So, for my personal choice, that I think that's going to win the Game of the Year is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game, great, amazing story. Now, granted, I have not beaten this game. I am a little halfway there. but from what I played, this is game of the year contender for sure. And I know that turn-based games are not everybody's. It's an acquired taste for sure, but nah, I think this is gonna win it. I really think Clay Obscure Expedition is gonna win it. So we'll see. We'll see. But I got my money on that. So we'll have another stream when we have nominees. Split Fiction, 91 score. Split Fiction is going to be up there for Game of the Year. Just like how what was that? It Takes Two. That actually won Game of the Year. Split Fiction is, from what I'm hearing, I have not played this game, but this game is huge when it came out. And for it, if this wins Game of the Year, they're gonna have 2 back-to-back Game of the Year. Well, not back-to-back, but I think It Takes Two got it in 2021 or 22, and Split Fiction might get it in 25. That's insane. But this is a great get. Like, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from the reviews, this is a game where everybody can play. This is like a family type game. The story is there, the gameplay is there. They've definitely improved from It Takes Two, and they upgraded or improved the story and made it into like this fantasy slash like science fiction sci-fi, so you can blend the worlds together. It's dope. It's dope, and it's all on teamwork. It's a code, yeah. So we got Hades 1, Hades 2, we got Expedition 33, we got Split Fiction. I heard Hollow Knight is good. Hollow Knight just dropped 2 recently. Oof. But I feel like that's not everybody's game. So I don't know if that's gonna that I think it's gonna be in another category, but we're gonna see. Donkey Kong. They need a Nintendo game up there. They definitely need a Nintendo game. So I feel like Donkey Kong is Game of the Year worthy. So that's 4. Hades 2, Expedition 33, Split Fiction, Donkey Kong, and the last game, Death Stranding 2. People were saying this was already Game of the Year before it even came out. Like, the first game did really well, and I'm actually I have it downloaded. I actually do have the game, and I played it. I maybe put in like maybe 2 hours of it. I still need to go back and play it. But I'm hearing Death Stranding 2. That's where it's at, and people have been saying this is Game of the Year. Now, honorable mention, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, I don't know nothing about this game, but I've been hearing this game is like that too. We don't want it to play video. So yeah, I don't know what this game is at. I don't know what this game is about. I don't know what this game is, but I've been hearing that's also Game of the Year worthy. So we have some heavy competition, bro. But honestly, I think what may get it. I got my money on Expedition 33. But that Split Fiction, boy, oh boy, that might be it's 50-50. Then again, Hades 2 is like that. Death Stranding, Donkey Kong, like, we gonna see. But they knocked it out the park with Expedition 33. Like, I knew this was gonna be nominated or a contender at least. It's got a 93, 95. Like, these games are no joke. Um, Monster Hunter, I think that's gonna be up for another category. I don't think that's game of the year. Uh, let's see, let's see. Oh my goodness, I made the mistake. I'm talking about all these games, and I forget the game that I mentioned the most. Ghost of Yotei. Sheesh. Silent Hill. Saw her. Silent Hill F is doing pretty good. They said that they brought Silent Hill back with this game because it's been in a rut, and I'm not factoring in Silent Hill 2 remake. If the remake was gone, what would Silent Hill be? The only Silent Hill 2, I mean the only Silent Hill game or games were 2 and 3. Those were the best ones. But they said they brought Silent Hill. They brought the franchise back with this one. But yeah, Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei might have to be up there too. Now I love me some Metal Gear. I just recently played that game. I don't know if it's gonna be up for Game of the Year. This is its own thing right here. But that Ghost of Yotei, how did I forget that when I was talking about it for the past 30 minutes? For like a full 30 minutes? Yikes. Okay. Hades 2, Expedition 33, Split Fiction, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei. I'm sorry, Donkey Kong. It may be up there. Ghost of Yotei might not even be nominated. I don't know. It should. It definitely should. But we gonna see. We gonna see. I don't know what's gonna. Like I said, competition is going to be brutal. It's gonna be brutal this year for all categories, but Game of the Year especially. And for the games who all get nominated, I wouldn't be mad if one of them, like, all of these games are, there's no wrong answer. They're all Game of the Year worthy. There's no wrong answer. So let me know what y'all think. What do y'all want to be Game of the Year? What is Game of the Year to y'all? Put it in the comments below what you think. Cause we got the Game Awards coming up on in December. So we're gonna see what it's looking like. All right. Next topic. I saved the best one for last. Xbox. Y'all are not doing so hot. Like I just talked about y'all last stream. Y'all are raising the prices for the consoles. It's bad enough y'all are raising the price for the consoles. But now y'all are raising the Xbox Game Pass. I just did a stream last week saying, "Oh yeah, definitely get Xbox Game Pass. It's a bang for your buck. You get to save money. You get to have new releases on day one." Nah, not anymore. Not with these price raises. So I think it started on October 1st. So Xbox is rolling out 3 upgraded Game Pass plans: Essential, replacing the Core; Premium, replacing Standard; and Ultimate Edition. Each tier is complete with expanded game libraries, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, and revamped rewards. Okay, so Game Pass Core. So all the titles, if you were with the whatever respective tier you was at, you'll automatically move to said ones. So let's look at these prices. Price breakdown. As of October 2025, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate $29.99 a month. It was $20 a month. Even that was killer. Like that's a lot. Slow down. But $29.99 a month? That's $30. That's $30 a month. You might as well get the game on day one release. Like it's like what's the point anymore? It's like the reason why I got Game Pass was because I wanted to get games that I because these games, like it's just too many games out right now. So the games that I do want to get and that's on my list, if it's on Game Pass, it's free. Like I have time to get it. I don't have to spend X amount of monies to get set games. Now if you want two games in the same month, you saving money. Cause I got Expedition 33 off Game Pass. I got the Gears of War Reloaded on Game Pass. I got South of Midnight for Game Pass. Like there's stuff out there for sure. Like they got some heat. But with the way these prices are now, I'm like, bro, you might as well just get the game off Steam or something. Get it. I'ma always fall back to this. Invest in a PC. Invest in a PC. Steam has sales pretty much every week. Something's going on. I know they got like an autumn sale or like a Halloween sale. Something's always going on with Steam. So with these prices, it's like, bro, you're not really saving anything if you think of it on the like long run. And just it's kind of like what they were doing with PlayStation, like how they have the tiers and stuff. It's gonna keep raising the price. Like people are already subscribed to so many different things. HBO, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu. Like they're all raising the prices. And for what? It's like, and I think Microsoft was like, the reason why we raising the prices is because you'll get more benefits, you'll get more stuff. Nah, I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that. The fact that y'all are raising the consoles and y'all are raising Xbox Game Pass, bruh, I don't know what's going on with Microsoft right now. Like raising the consoles is ridiculous. We get that. Like we nobody's really looking for the Xbox like that. Let's be honest. But the fact now that the audacity, the audacity for Xbox Game Pass raising the prices is insane. Go ahead and get you a PC. Go ahead and get you a PC because most of these games that are on Xbox Game Pass, like Call of Duty, like they're I was even thinking about getting Call of Duty 2 with Game Pass, but since they did this, I'm like, bro, I am not getting I have not played Call of Duty in a hot minute, and I am definitely not playing it anytime soon. So I know Ninja Gaiden is supposed to be coming out. That's gonna be free on Game Pass. Like these games, like you might as well just get them, bro. Like it's not it doesn't add up. It's like you're gonna buy the same amount as you would if you were actually gonna get the game, like own it. You don't own any of this stuff. You're on the cloud. So ah I don't know. I don't know. And so for PC Game Pass, it's $16.49 a month. It was $11.99 a month. So technically, I'm still doing pretty good because I don't have none of this stuff. I don't have an Xbox. I got a PC. So, but is it still worth it though? I don't know. I don't know. I would just say to get rid of this altogether. Because if you get a certain amount of consumers that being like, yo, this is too much, Xbox Game Pass users are going to decline. Xbox users, consumers are going to decline. Microsoft is going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, damn it. what did we do? Now we got to go back and switch the prices. All right, guys, we're decreasing the prices. We're doing a discount. I'm like, nah, y'all know what y'all was doing. It's all a business. It is all a business. And I also had to show this too. I'm on Twitter or X. So I'm on GameStop. GameStop has the audacity to put in memes dissing Xbox Game Pass. All right, let's look at this one. Game Pass, $29.99 every month. Own nothing. GameStop, buy once, own forever. Math isn't that hard. I know y'all are not talking. Y'all have been on my shit list ever since day one. Y'all have worse deals than Xbox Game Pass. I don't need a trade-in. If I'm trading in a system or if I'm trading in a video game, I don't need it to be $2.99 for a game that I just got. GameStop been holding people for too long to be just like facts. And they have the audacity to be dissing Xbox Game Pass. Y'all are not the ones to be talking right now. Website to cancel Xbox Game Pass subscription says overloaded. 2017, this Game Pass is pretty good. I don't need you anymore. 2025, $30. Hello. Nah, what? Nah, that ain't it. Y'all had worse deals. So y'all are not the ones to be talking about this at all. So yeah, that was pretty much it. That was my whole spiel. Xbox Game Pass, I don't recommend it. And I know I said to go ahead and get it last stream. It is not the move. Go ahead and get you that PC. Go ahead and get you that PC. Invest in that. You get more bang for your buck. Nobody's getting an Xbox now. Nobody's getting these subscriptions. You'll see a lot of declines. You'll see a lot of decreasing in prices. If consumers, they need to listen. Companies need to listen to these people not getting this stuff. And if we're not getting it, they're gonna take notice and they're gonna make changes. But we gotta be the ones to be like, nah, we can't do this anymore. We gotta say no. You gotta learn how to say no, especially when it comes to these prices. So I think it was something. I think it was like a game, or I think it was like a subscription thing. The consumers got so heated that you're like, yo, we're not even buying this anymore. I think the company went back and they was like, yeah, on second thought, we're gonna lower the price for y'all. We don't, yeah, that's a no-go. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the stream. Talked about Ghost of Yotei, first impressions. Went off on a little bit of a tangent on that. EA, that $55 billion buyout. Is Wolf Among Us even coming out? I don't know. And potential Game of the Year lineups. Games Award show is supposed to be coming up in December timeframe. So it's going to be some heavy competition. But I got my money on Expedition 33. And for the finale, Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is a no-go right now unless they lower these prices. But Microsoft, I don't see them lowering anything at all anytime soon. So yeah. But I will see y'all on the next stream. Be more appreciated for jumping in. And for the people who did jump in, appreciate it. I will have another stream, hopefully for y'all next weekend. Next Friday, I will be on Ghost of Yotei. Like I said, I put in already close to 20 hours of this game, and I'm still in the beginning. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. If something else, if some hot news comes out, I'll be sure to cover it. But until then, y'all won't see me streaming Ghost of Yotei till Friday. So I will see y'all on the next one. Deuces.